Talk to me about working with Shawn Michaels in the main event for the WWE title at Madison Square Garden.
Okay, that's a good story there. There was a battle royal in Madison Square Garden. I was in it. Ken Shamrock was supposed to go over. Ken Shamrock hurt his sternum. You know, in your chest, your sternum. He injured his chest. Everybody went into Vince's room, and I was there too. And they said, Ken Shamrock can't go over. Ken Shamrock cannot win the battle royal. What should we do? He puts his glasses to the tip of his nose. He looks up. He goes, put over the Brooklyn Brawler. He said he's local, not remembering that he said that he advertised. The winner of the battle royal wrestles the world champion in the next Garden show. So that was Bret Hart. Now Bret Hart and the month in between the two Garden shows was the Montreal Screwjob.
Got it.
So it became Shawn Michaels was the champion, but I still had the world title job because everybody said, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. I knocked on Vince's door. I said, Vince, I had no idea that it was advertised the winner gets the world title match in Madison Square Garden. And he looked at me and he goes, you got your match. You know, all the agents said, no, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. Yeah, I got it.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm sitting at the bar with Arnold Skolin and he goes, hey, Shawn, you know, you're wrestling in the Garden? He goes, no. He goes, the Brooklyn Brawler right here. He goes, I thought he was going to say, fuck that shit. You know, I'm not going to do it. It was fucking bullshit. You know, he said, oh my God, I love it. He goes, could you leapfrog? Could you super kick? Could you do this? Can you do that? And if you've seen the match, he was kicking out on 2.5. They had Hunter there. It was the first day of DX. They had Hunter. They had Chyna. Did you ever see that match?
I didn't know.
Yeah, if you watch that match, you'll see that Shawn Michaels made me look like $1 million, took every bump. Hunter got on the apron. I popped him. He took the bump. Chyna comes in and gives me a fucking a move and almost kills me because she never did it, you know, like a Frankenstein.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She spiked me. She spiked me. I'm lucky I'm not paralyzed to this day. And the pop was unbelievable. When the whole Garden thought they were going to pull a fluke and drop the belt to me. And, you know, it looked that way the way Shawn did it. You know, he made me look like $1 million. You know, to be in the ring with Shawn, he's like silk, man. He's got the lightest touch, but he can do anything. You know, effortless. You know, so I think that's great that I actually had a world championship match in Madison Square Garden, and I'll never forget when I was in the Garden before the match. The Undertaker walks in, he looks at the list, he sees on the top main event Shawn Michaels against Brooklyn Brawler. He said, "What the fuck is this?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a funny story, you know, the way it worked with the Montreal Screwjob and, you know, wrestling the world champion in Madison Square Garden. But I had a lot of big moments. I beat Triple H, you know that?
You beat Triple H on, what was it, TV?
That was on SmackDown in Florida. Jericho, I was wrestling, it was a handicap match. It was in Kai and Tai against Triple H because Mick Foley was the GM and he made the stipulation that Triple H, I'm going to put you in a position that you're not going to like. So Triple H is in there with Stephanie, and then all of a sudden the Kai and Tai music hits, and then he laughs, you know, because he sees Kai and Tai. Then the music hits again, and then I walk out and they go, holy shit, it's 3-on-1. It's a Brooklyn Brawler. So we have, they were around the ring. I'm like the ring general, you know what I mean? We're around the ring, and I said, now we jump in, and then we start attacking Triple H. He's selling his ass off in the corner. We're beating the shit out of Triple H, and he starts making a comeback. He gives the pedigree to both Kai and Tai. He goes to give the pedigree to me. He was working an angle with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho ran in the ring while the ref was down because he knocked the ref down and gave him a bulldog. The ref didn't see it. And then I pinned him. The referee turned around, 1, 2, 3, and all I heard was Michael Cole. The Brooklyn Brawler just beat Triple H on SmackDown. I can't believe I'm saying this. He beat the game at his own game. You know, I was like, holy shit. That's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know,